Very much. Now, you are aware that in the course of the week, Deputy Minister Murtala Mohammed, who is MP for Nantong, has been on a radio station in Tamale and has said a number of things, including that some members of the government were scheming against him to get him unseated. Even though they did not belong to his constituency, they had gone bribing his constituents, paying the chiefs and so on to unseat him for reasons we don't know. It appears the MPs that he's referring to include, as the Herald newspaper points out, Haruna Idrisu or maybe Inusa Fuseni may be involved. And he said a whole lot of things about them. We are told that the presidency has invited him for some questioning. What is the expectation of the outcome of this invitation? Has he not got a right to speak out publicly against people he feels or has evidence to suggest that they are scheming wrongly against him illegally? Kweku.
Well, you mentioned Haruna Idrisu. I'm told that there is some Alhaji Yakubu also seeking to unseat Idrisu in his constituency. This is when the season of primaries. You should expect that you could be contested by potential aspirants. So if that's the basis, then I think there's no basis for what Murtala was saying. But his utterances publicly and the kind of things he said are weighty enough to warrant some level of investigation.
One of them having bought an iPad and phone for some lady who is friend to a cabinet minister and seeking to get nude photographs of that cabinet minister
and
for purposes that we don't know.
Ill-gotten wealth or money and those things. Those are things that damage the image of government. So he ought to be accountable. He must provide answers. I'm told truly that yesterday the presidency asked the chief of staff to invite him and the others who were not mentioned. So I believe something is ongoing. But in his case, because he's the only one who has spoken and made those allegations, so he's out there. And as for him, I'm not sure whether the party discipline or government's own code of conduct have not been breached in any way. I'm not sure about that, but he's already a problem. And the presidency may have to take a look at him.
So what's your expectation? What should be the outcome?
No, the allegations that he made ought to be investigated.
Right.
But personally, he has damaged himself in many ways. You don't take, a deputy minister of state does not take to the radio to say those things because of primary matter. You know, one example, when Edumazi, you remember his encounter with the taxi driver. Yes, President Kufuor publicly reprimanded him, if you recall. That was just a light one, but he was publicly reprimanded.
He lost his job subsequently.
Subsequently, I would expect that a certain public reprimand or a show of some public sanction ought to be meted out. Then
it matters not if the things he's saying are true.
No, the allegations ought to be investigated.
Okay.
I've said so. There's no compromise on that.
All right.
Yes.
Okay. Dr. Park, what do you say?
Well,
it's disturbing. The regional security says that this could lead to a lot of things in the region because the gentleman involved and those that he is accusing, all of them appear to hold the public, you know, the whole sway in the area, and that could lead to a lot of problems for them.
Well, Samson, I have had a reason, or I've had the opportunity to listen to the utterances as played by various media houses. And truly, I would have wished that the Honorable Minister, Deputy Minister, had not made those comments publicly. But be as it may, it is already out in the public domain. Now, the issue is how to address the fallout from the comments. And of course, you know, some of the aspects of those comments are very explosive. So I think that the decision by the Chief of Staff to try and intervene, and also the regional party executive, because I've heard Sofo Azoka putting together a small committee to invite you know, the MPs from the region to address this issue, and possibly others that we may not even know of, is the right way to go.
Okay.
So certainly it warrants some weight within and without.
We have run out of time. Gabi, 30 seconds. What's your expectation of the inquiry by the presidency?
I just saw a Facebook post, which I think is more important to me. Professor George Aite said, they said Buhari was not qualified to run.
But that is not the question at stake.
Now they want to pull the same trick in Ghana. That's more important to me than the rest.
But 30 seconds.
Sure
we are done.
That means he's reacting to my comments.
Prof. Aite
is a good friend of mine. My expectations are that the outcome of the discussions, that is if indeed is confirmed, should be the basis of a criminal investigation, because the gentleman mentioned matters about bribes, ill-gotten wealth, state money, under the same Article 41, we should combat. And so if he has evidence of the bribe being paid and received by others, he should be made to report to the police, or he will be concealing the commission of an offense, which in itself is also an offense.
Thank you very much. Sorry, but we have run out of time. This show is brought to you by Bank of Africa, as strong as a group and close as a partner. MTN, welcome to the new world. Sasso Fresh and Powerful, and Cowbell Coffee. My guests have been Abdul Malik Kwekubako, Yawapong, Gabi Asare-Ochiridakun, and Clement Apak. I'm Samson Ladi Anyanini. The show is live again on this platform at 9:30 p.m. Thank you very much. The news is up next.